Being human in a world you can't love. Out here at the park with the little one. It's so hard taking these kids out to the park, man. My daughter, specifically. Lele, come here. Lele. This damn dog, man. Sorry about that. Lele, come here. No, she's not listening. Lele. Trying to take this dog out, and we over here doing dog sitting. And she ain't nothing but 5 pounds wet out here trying to fight other dogs. Here, let me put you. You can't love. My signal's really weak out here. I'm about to tie this dog up. She can't. She's a rescue dog. I've rescued her a few years ago. She don't have any. We let one of our close friends take care of her. They're not training her. Too wild, Lele. Too wild.
Oh. Here's you. Here's you. Here's you.
Yeah, man. Being a human being in this world is so complicated, man. It's so complicated. You're basically born into a situation that you can't really over-identify with. I'm thinking about all the situations and stuff that's going on in the news. Hey, what's good? With these black folks and these white boys, these black folks and these black folks. It's been a lot of controversy centered around black people lately, man. I don't know what's going on. We gotta learn how to teach our children how not to be so damn worldly, man. It's like everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not gonna be on your side. Everybody's not gonna be on your team. You gotta learn how to sometimes be in the world, but not of the world. There's nothing wrong with having friends and associates. You know, when you're young, I noticed like in the first phase of your life, I'm 40. In the first phase of your life, it's like you ignorant. The first 20, 30, 25, 30 years of your life, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. You think everything is about everybody else, what everybody else think about you. You're trying to fit in. You're trying to impress people, going broke, doing stuff you don't even really got any business doing to make yourself look good in front of when you like the first half of your life when you're in that ignorance, just that darkness, because you don't really know yourself. Everything is about everybody else. The first 25 years of your life, 30 years, you're focusing on everybody else. And half of the people you focusing on in the first half of your life are not going to be there for you in the second half of your life. Your life is really short. It really is. You seeing people check out of here like what, 65, 70? You don't have a lot of time here. And the thing that's crazy about being a human being, don't nobody really have an idea on what's going to happen when you dead. I mean, we have the scriptures, we have the word, and you know, you got people who got like near-death experiences and stuff like that, but every story is different. So it's like, it's so much we don't know. But the first half of your life is ignorance. You're hanging around people that ain't really your friends. The situation with that Nolan, you know, it's so many situations you lose and get mixed up with the names. It's like, I feel bad for the brother. But it's like when you're young, you really don't even know what friendship is. Just because you got people around you and you guys eat at Burger King together, In-N-Out Burger, and you hanging out, You got to look at human beings like seeds. You don't know what they're going to grow and mature into when the seasons change. What you see is not what you get the first half of your life when you're dealing with friends. I had so many friends. I was so popular because I went to so many different schools. My mom was here and there. I went to 4 different high schools. I had all kind of people wanting to be my friend. When you the new kid, everybody want to fuck with you because you new. So you ain't got no drama or no negativity attached to you quite yet because you new. So I was always attracting people. Ain't none of those people in my life today. The people that you think are your friends in your 20s, you'll be lucky if 1% to 5% of those people are still in your life when you age. I'm getting older at 40 because I used to be very friendly. I had so many friends, so many people around me. We used to put a basketball rim out back in the day, be playing basketball all night. I used to get so insecure and mad because my grandma yelling out the front porch door when the street lights on. I gotta be in. I'm like, man, I want to be with my friends. I want to hang. It's just everything was about your friends when you're young. A lot of those people, man, when you get older, and you really see how hard it is in this economy to survive, to hold on to some money, they're not coming to rescue your ass. And it's not their responsibility to rescue you. But true friends will guide you, but when you really down, a lot of those people not gonna be around. Black people gotta start coming up with more accurate measures of friendship, especially when you young. It's like true friends are going to be in that word. I know a lot of people don't believe in God. This is a really ungodly world. So everybody's real, dark, and it's all about what they think. And their logic is the ultimate law, and everything's so backwards in this world. So it's like you can't just talking about God, you're going to lose followers, you're going to lose subscribers, and all you're doing is talking about love. But what else are you going to go off of in this world that got some type of ethics or principles that's universal? Love, patience, joy, kindness, gentleness, self-control, discipline. That shit translates across all ethnicities and cultures. If you read the Bible, a lot of you guys got Bibles collecting dust. You don't know what's in it, but you judging it, and you judging people, and don't look at people as the ambassadors or the totality of what the word represents, because you're dealing with human beings. Don't nobody know what the fuck is going on. People born into families, they don't even understand life and the complexities of life. So don't look at people as the measure or the standard for the Bible. You got to read that shit for yourself. Excuse my French, but you know you really read the word and you understand it, if the Holy Spirit gives you a discerning, understanding mind, because God, he can decide whether to give you an understanding mind or not. He can make you ignorant, he can make you wise, he can make you hear, he can make you deaf. So you even want to ask God to understand. And if you read the Bible, you'll see a majority of it is just God rescuing people and punishing people, for their choices, decision making, either their alignment with righteousness and doing the right thing, or not. And people will go in the Bible and pick out all the verses where, God is such a punitive God, and why does he do this and why does he do that? Shit. Start with asking yourself, why do human beings do some of the shitty things that they do? You know, it's not like God is walking around holding people to a handcuff and saying, you got to do this or you got to do that. You guys got free will. You seen slavery where you don't have a choice. You better go make them bricks and mortars, and you better go get to work. You've seen the consequences of slavery, transatlantic slavery, where you don't got a choice. Whites got to drink here, blacks got to, and even white people today still strong arming niggas. So you see what it looks like when people got ultimate control over your life. You see how the government, how Trump, how these figureheads, how they running shit, and can't nobody tell them nothing. So you see visibly the consequences of when you got a strong arm on you and you don't really have a whole lot of room to move around. God ain't operating like that. He basically let you do what the hell you want to do. Ask yourself, where God is letting people do what they want to do, why are motherfuckers still killing and hurting each other and taking each other out? That's what you need to be asking yourself. But yeah, we got to look at friendship. Friendship is not it's not reliable in the first half of your life. It's nothing wrong with, connecting with people, networking, and building your ideas with people and having fun with people. There's nothing wrong with that. It really isn't. But these are different times. These are really racial, political, ungodly times. So when you're dealing with a human being, you don't know what is in their fucking mind and what they're thinking and what they're contemplating on and what their insecurities are or their biases are. Humans are so good in the beginning of getting to know them, of showing you a totally different person than what you'll see as they get older or that relationship progresses. That's why so many marriages fail. It's not always because of infidelity or financial concerns. It's because people fucking change. You meet people. That's why you don't really want to meet girls in high school and get too serious, because she's not going to be that same person in fucking 12th grade when she's in her 30s. And the same thing for you as men. You know, when you're young, life is really deceptive. It's a lot of deception going on when you're young because of the human nature is so changeable. You can't put all of your eggs in a basket that's changeable and impermanent, because you're just setting yourself up for failure. So you got to learn how to navigate this world where you interact with it, you connect with people, you engage with people, but you don't get so consumed by these relationships and these friendships. Because that's really what a lot of it is. And you got to be okay with being disappointed, people looking at you a certain way. A lot of black people, they don't like being a person of the butt of the jokes. You know, they don't like looking like they're not cool, or, you know, or you're not down. And it's not all black folks, because, you know, we're not a monolith, but you got black folks like that where they don't want to be the one that's looked at funny, like, oh, you're fake, or you're not down with us, or all this and that. So they'll find themselves in situations, man, that they really don't need to be in, just to fit in, you know, just to be cool, just to be down. But the first half of your life, man, a lot of folks, you know, you're going to have a good percentage that are your friends, like a small percentage that will ride with you until the end. But you better believe they're going to have some type of principles or ethics that they're living by. You're not going to just have people that's going to be ride or die for you from your 20s to your 40s just because of you or just because of your race. That's not how it works, man. And some black folks, they get, you know, real egoic, where they feel like, you know, white people have set up this infrastructure in society with this the consequences of historical racism that they've modernized and systemized, because racism and culturalism, classism, all this stuff has been around. So it's not entirely white folks' fault. But when you capitalize on evil and you systemize it and you build on the shit, it's like you're responsible for the consequences of the evolution of it. And now they have set up this society, this world, because it's their world. They set up this world where, you know, if you hang out with them or if you align with them, and if you're sort of like affiliated with their company, you know, that makes you eligible or qualified or better than. Because since they are so good at, you know, discriminating and insulating other cultures and people from them, they feel like black folks, sometimes younger black folks feel like, and even black girls, like, oh, well, you know, I got white friends, so that means I'm qualified, I'm eligible, you know, I'm worthy. And they start thinking they're above, you know, people of their own culture or on their own race. And not all black folks are like this. Some black folks are just, you know, and in the Bible, it talks a lot about how you got to set boundaries between, not, you know, God's people are not supposed to be with any and everybody. You guys got to get out of this mindset where you feel like, you know, the world is your oyster, and, you know, you're supposed to interact and love everybody. That's not how this shit works. It's not how this shit works. You got to set boundaries and firm limits around energies you expose yourself to. You got to set up boundaries around influences. Sometimes you got to set up boundaries around families and even different cultures and ethnicities who have certain ideologies that are hurtful and harmful to you. Everything ain't for fucking black people, man. Black people got to get out of this save the world shit. You know, all of our black pioneers and legends, they all have that same mindset. We got to save the world. We got to rescue the world. Black people are not the fucking world saviors, man. We're not. We got to set boundaries with motherfuckers, you know? And that's something I had to work on as I'm getting older, because they don't teach you boundaries when you're young. They want you loving everybody and merging with everybody, but everybody not for you. Everybody not for you, and sometimes God will show you that when you're trying to run up behind people and they not inviting you, or you trying to surround yourself with certain groups and they looking at you funny, but they have you around, but they giving you weird body language, and they all going to the party, but they ain't sending you no invitation. Sometimes God will show you signs like these people are not for you. But what we will do as black people, we'll still run behind them niggas anyway. So yeah, man, like, we got to get out of this mindset of being so worldly and feeling like we have to love the world and be embraced by the world to be people of value as African Americans. I love myself, and it took me a long time to get to this place, but I don't need the world's validation. When I was young, I felt like that. Like, man, I want to be a rapper and I want to be famous. That's all fame is. It's just you lying to yourself and convincing yourself this false belief that you need to be loved by the world to be a person of value. And that's why a lot of these people in Hollywood, once that fame wears off and all that money wears off, a lot of times they kill themselves because they done put so much of their identity in the validation of other people. And you can't. And even Jesus said this in the New Testament. He knew what was in man, so he didn't fully entrust himself to them. You need to look at these verses, and this is Jesus Christ. This is God Almighty in the flesh. He's even telling, and he created these people. He's even saying, I know what's in these folks. I don't trust them like that. And this is God. But then you niggas go out, and me too, because I ain't no better than y'all. And then we go out and entrust ourselves to people, and over relying on people. And even God himself said he don't entrust himself to man because he knew what was in man. God is the creator of the universe, is telling you, is keeping it real with you and telling you how he moved and had to set boundaries. And what do we do as human beings? We go run out there and entrust ourselves to the world. You can't entrust yourself to man. You can't do it. That's not how it works. You can still interact with people. You can still love people. You can still respect people, but you don't have to be codependent and so merged in, um, so dependent on the validation of other people. Black men got to work on that shit, man. And a lot of it is these rappers, because, everywhere you go, rappers are international. They're loved by everybody in the world. You got Speed. So everywhere he goes, he's getting loved. He's getting embraced. So it communicates to these young people like, I need to be valued and validated by the world. If I'm not, I'm a piece of shit. And I love Speed. I love what he does. I respect his calling and his purpose and his influence. So this is no attack on him. But what's for Speed ain't for you. And it's not for me. And even how Speed move, he still set boundaries and limits on how much he involves himself with other people and interact with people. So he still know how to move in the world like a wise young man. But see, but people will miss that. They'll look at all the fans and all the glitter, and they're like, yeah, I gotta be loved by the world. I gotta interact with all these cultures, and all these cultures and all these other races ain't for you niggas. They not for us. I'm telling you. Even when I met my wife, she's Chinese. First thing her mom said when I first met her, why black? And her mom ain't got no damn black friends. But this just goes to show you the world's mentality towards African Americans. They don't fuck with us. It took her some time to really see who I am as a man and my character, to understand that I'm not all that shit you see in the media. But a lot of times these different cultures and races, and look at Argentina, look at all these soccer games in different countries, how they treat black folks. That's letting you know all these other cultures and races, and even your own people, ain't for you. You know why? Because they worldly as hell. Shit. Don't think these people that are attacking Speed and attacking black folks are Christians or believers by the name of the word. Hell no. They worldly. They gonna do whatever the patterns of the world is. They gonna follow whatever the pattern of the world is. And you're not supposed to be in love with this damn world. And thank God, in some ways, we do die. Who the fuck want to live here 400, 500 years in a world of motherfuckers who don't want to do better? It's like, fuck all that. And the people who do, they so mixed and blended in with the people who don't. You got to spend your whole life teetering and tottering and picking a needle out of a fucking haystack. Fuck all that. When you could just go be in paradise with the Most High and be at peace and be loved and get the answers that you need. So that's all I have, man. I just do YouTube for fun, man. I know some people, they live and breathe by YouTube, but I got a life, man. I love myself, man. My value ain't based on the validation of other people, man. I lived a good life. My kids are healthy. I'm blessed. You know, I love you guys though, and I try to do some videos, but I know you guys got so many videos to choose from, so you don't really need my ass. But you know, hope you guys have a blessed day. You keep God first. You kind of disconnect from this world and know that you're loved and you're valued as a black man or whatever kind of color or race you are, because the world ain't filled with just fucking black people. But I'm speaking to black people because we always caught up in these racial situations, man. Realize your value in what you bring into this world without it having to be dependent on the world identifying you or validating you, because the world ain't for you. It ain't for you. So that's all I have. I don't know who needed to hear this. Sometimes the spirit will put stuff in YouTubers that certain people need. So I respect YouTube. I respect the game. You guys have a blessed day, man, and try your best to kind of disconnect from this world a little bit. Spend some time alone with yourself. Think about your life, the direction of your life, where you gonna go after this. Because we don't know. So, but you'll know based off of where you at. So really pay attention surgically to your life and where you're at and the condition of your life and your state of mind. That's going to set the stage for where you're going. You know, I pray that God put the momentum for you guys to get in this word and get out of this world. Such a coincidence. The difference between the word and the world is an air.